Alright guys, so here are some of the things that you're going to need to get your stencil design set up. You're going to need your background stencil, and then you're going to need your secondary stencil, which is the actual, features of your face. Having a little bit of tape would be a good idea, and then your two different colors. You want a lighter color. Here I have a kind of like a light green, and then I have black. Okay, so here you can see that I've already sprayed down a tan, and then I did a blue over it, and it's a little offset, but that's okay. It's just, you got to be a little bit more careful. Another thing too is, if you notice, sometimes these stencils tend to pop up, and you'll end up getting these type of like oversprays. Okay, a good idea would be to get just a little bit of tape and roll it up a little bit smaller than this. And as you can see underneath the nose here, I've gone ahead and I've added a little bit of tape so that it could hold its location. Okay, like that. All right, so I'm going to put this aside for a second, and we're going to kind of get started. Now remember, when you paint, there's going to be overspray. Spray paint is really, it gets all over the place. So you want to make sure that you have it set up. Another thing is, make sure that your stencil is lined up properly, meaning the shape is correct, right? The side that you're going to actually spray it on is correct. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. I want to match mine up and make sure it's correct. So here's the top. I look at a little area, make sure that the ear is over here, I got the ear over there, and we're good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. Now the first thing is, with your paint, you want to make sure you shake it up really good. That ball inside is meant to mix all your paint inside. So I'm going to shake it up. Okay, and you don't want to be spraying, just blasting it away. You want to do some small movements. Now it might be a good idea, if you're outside, to put some weight. Okay, and by doing that, your paper won't fly away. And here we go. So short little bursts, just like this. Okay, it doesn't have to be totally solid, but if you want to make it solid, you can. I'm going to put this to the side. Now this does have to dry before I add the second layer. If not, it's all going to become a mess. All right. And I'll get back to you on that in just a few minutes when this thing dries up. Alright guys, so the green is pretty dry. You can touch it. There's nothing coming off on your fingertips. I'm going to go ahead and remove this green here. And as you can see, I added a little bit of tape, because originally my image had a little bit of my bottom lip showing, and because of the stenciling, it got lost. So that's the way you can improvise certain areas if you decide to do that. I'm going to go with my black now. Again, I'm going to give it a good shake. If it's been sitting around for a long time, you definitely want to shake it for about a minute to a minute and a half. Alright, that might be pretty good. Do a quick little spray somewhere out of the way, and I'm going to go ahead and move my stencil over here now. And do the best you can to kind of line it up. Remember, it's smaller than the actual cutout, so it's going to sit somewhere in there. Now I had the tape underneath the nose. I'm going to push that down, and I'm going to push the cheek down, and then, like I did before, I'm going to put this top there and the other top. Okay, alright, so let's get started and see what happens. Now you can get a little creative if you want, where I'm just kind of finding little spots and leave a bit of a shade. If you wanted to do something like that, you can. For the sake of the demo, I'm going to leave a little bit of a green here just to show. Okay, it gives it a little bit of depth. Okay, and right now I'm done with that, so I'm going to move this out of the way, and carefully I'm going to peel off my stencil without moving it around too much. And there you go. Alright, so I can come in here now and take this off, and I'll probably let this dry off a little bit more before I take it off, but let's see. Okay, that looks pretty good. Eventually when this dries, then I'll take the mouth tape off, and there you go. There's your finished product. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed it.